In this segment, I want to convert some of our action cooldowns, such as the run cooldown, to animation cooldowns, and these animation cooldowns double as blocking the turn progression while an animation plays. So here in Entity, we have all of these cooldowns right now, and we have this animation attack cooldown, which is currently shared between the player and entities, while a timer set to this value, ticking down to 0, is in place. We block the advancement through the turn queue, and instead we show an attack animation. And so I'm thinking of making move behave similar to this. So I'll press F1 here. This turns on graphical debug mode, and we'll see the turn queue in the bottom left being updated. Everybody is taking a turn, but due to the way cooldowns work, the turn queue doesn't actually have all 4 entities in it. And so I'm thinking that if we get rid of this check here against the action timer, and instead movement delays turn progression by the move action time, that will have a more consistent turn queue. So perhaps we could even introduce another entity state, right? You have idle, you have attacking, we have move. Let's try this and see what happens. Let's go down to move here, and for the player, we'll need to do a state transition here. The action timer, probably not going to set that anymore. It's going to be the animation timer. So we are going to say EV state is moving. Actually, let's set the state for the enemy as well. So let's get rid of that. It's going to be animation. Okay, we set the animation timer to the player run cooldown. Let's come up with a new name for this. We have an animation attack cooldown. I guess we can have an animation run cooldown. I think we're just going to be using the animation timers to kind of gate the progression of turns. So I think we're going to get rid of action timer entirely. Latent defect: when attack cooldown is longer than action cooldown, enemies cannot move while player attacks indefinitely. This was another issue that we faced. Certain cooldowns stall the progression of turns, and other cooldowns do not. And so by consolidating and simplifying these cooldowns, we can get rid of one of these defects as well. I'm just going to get rid of the action cooldown for now. Search for player action cooldown, and we're no longer using that anywhere else either. So these guys just go away. The animation idle cooldown doesn't actually stall the progression of turns. So maybe by name I should delineate to the semantics of these, or maybe not, I don't know. We'll come to that later. And prune turn queue, I'll just comment this out for now. I don't think we're doing any pruning. And then in update states here, moving and attacking do the same thing. So we'll just allow moving to fall through to attacking. A move now constitutes an action animation, and if something is playing, we do return. I think we do break here. This way we see everybody move one at a time. So I go up, move, 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 up, move, 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 up, move, move, move. And this is nice. We can see the turn queue getting drained, like pop, 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 and then burp, it adds everybody in. So I move, pop, 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 everyone comes back. Now if I attack, now attacking has a different amount of time, takes a different amount of time than moving. However, we treat both movement and attacking as an action now, and so both of them block progression through the turn queue. So with all this stuff done, I guess maybe as like a bonus, I'll draw the entity index, I guess, somewhere over the profile pictures for the entities down in the turn queue. So if I come back into source, it was UI, render debug overlay. And then over the sprite portrait, we need to render the entity index. I already have an entity index up here. So this will be entity index string, I guess. String to string tprint entity index, not in the turn queue. So then we render here. This is going to be the entity index string, the destination, destx and desty. I guess we'll need to set the render draw color here for when we draw the turn queue background. And then we will need to set it again when we draw the entity index. And so it's really, it really is a debug view. Movement's also very slow now. So if I get rid of 2, then we have 0, 1, and 3 here. The offset looks a little strange, actually. So this is going to be destx plus x padding pix. Press F1. There we go. So now it's properly centered. I'm holding down the arrow key right now, and movement's really slow because we have to wait for everybody to move. One way we could speed that up is by not breaking on movement. So if we get rid of the break when someone moves, let's see what happens there. So now if I move, yeah, everybody moves at the same time. And so now, like, the turn movement's preserved here, but something strange might happen, I think, if I attack. Well, attacking is also a blocking animation, so actually not. That's pretty much it for the stream today. Just wanted to make that robustification. Have a good rest of the day, and peace.